Welcome to Conversational Pathways. This new pathway approach is about to change the whole game. Alright, so no long intro this time. Today, I'm going to show you how to build your very own real estate AI assistant to take over the most monotonous time in your day, if you hold a rent property yourself. However, this time it will be fully fledged, meaning our AI real estate assistant can do anything a typical assistant can normally do. That is, confirm information on your properties, make viewing appointments, check viewing appointments, and of course, the main job of any assistant really, to manage and schedule all of the above in your calendar, all done on the device of AI. I've also added a new call option called a meeting, which is an opportunity for the caller to schedule a conversation with a real person, just in case they're like an investor or prefer to speak with a real person. First of all, let's get started from the bottom up. We need to make a backend, one for our assistant to access during the call, and one for post-call tasks like setting up a potential appointment in our calendar. Let's get started with the former. This first automation will include the following: finding all busy times in our calendar, so we know what time not to place a new booking. Information on all viewing and meeting times, so we can help callers that want to confirm their time for their booking. And finally, access to the commercial database of your properties, so we can answer questions like current renting price, etc. Let me show you how I made this all possible. So this may seem a bit overwhelming at first, but I did it in one straight path because of the way data is transferred between here and Backend. This is actually quite simple to understand, but try and understand the logic here first, because I've actually put this in the description on YouTube for you to use for free. So those of you on TikTok can actually go ahead and find it there also. Okay, so Backend will send a ping over here through this webhook, which we'll come back to later, but that will trigger this whole automation, right? So let's begin. So the first part, which is from here to here, right, will be getting a busy time in our calendar. So it will take the time that the ping happened, so just the time at now. I'll put a +1 here. You can change it however you like, right? But it'll be +1, so it'll be a month. So now would be August, would be September. Use that here, right? So this is a Google Calendar get free busy time. So it will get all the time in our Google Calendar where you have events between the current date, which I set as now, and now +1, so 1 month forward. So we have a month period where we collect all the busy times, and then these will be all a big group of events. I'm using this iterator to separate them into separate events, so we can consider each one separately, right? We're doing that because I want to transform the data a bit, because the structure is kind of weird. I'll show you here. Look, so it will be like this, who's in a group, within a group, within a group, within a group, within 5 other groups. Can't really stand that off as information, so we're going to iterate it so you consider each one by itself. Look, 5 different events. But this also, we can't really send it off like this either. So we kind of want to send, when you're trying to send things back, you kind of want it to be like a text or numbers or stuff, not like groups. So here's where we transform it with this text aggregator, right? So I want it, if we go back to this here, the text aggregator, we put a lot of structure for it to follow. So you'll take we'll make the date, the structure. So, and then we'll put it back into a big group and send it off with the hopes that it will be a big text block. Which of course it worked. I've already done this. So yep, it's formatted it here and put it into a big group here. So then we just all we have to do is reference this group, which we have, and we call it full_busy. And it's just this, a text of all the busy times. So this can be easily read by our chat box. And we'll give it context over there as well about these times are busy, don't book an event during these. It's quite simple. Alright, so the next section, right, is about just our property information. We want to link a database to this. So I've actually created a simple one over here using chat just to generate it for me because I can't be else, right? So here are a couple addresses, there's a bunch of information, the current renting prices, which is quite important, some other information, just in case a caller wants to inquire about properties on the call line for some reason, give me some London properties, just 3 bedrooms or something like that. So you can do anything with this data, right? So we need, this one stored in my Google Drive, so you just gotta get the Google Drive module, find it at the bottom here, right? And then you want to, since it's a CSV, you're gonna need this fast CSV. And then you want to put the CSV as the data, okay? And 5 columns. I like this delimiter with the comma, so you should use my settings. They work quite well, but feel free to choose anything else, right? So let me explain to you why you need the data here, right? Because when you take something from Google Drive, it's not just a CSV, right? It's a bunch of information, right? So much stuff. So you want to link this data, so it's just like everything here. It will be read by the. Don't worry, you can't understand that. It'll be read here. See, we take the first 5 columns, and it just takes the first 5, right? But as you can see, there's no real context to this, just like 5 columns. So we use we use this module here to add some context. So to say, like, it's like a structure of these little things. So I just put here, because column 1 here is the addresses, right? So I put the address, colon, and then just like characteristics of the address. So the monthly rent, the column 3 floors, column 4 bedrooms, and column 5 square feet. So it's like a sentence. I'll show you, look. It turns out to be like a sentence. So, 123 Baker Street, London, and then just lists out characteristics. So they're going to be in this big text block, right? So it kind of helps a lot. So after that, you want to give it the very because it's ready to send off, just a big text block. Like I said, you like sending off big text blocks. So just give it a variable name, which has that property underscore info, and just leave it there for now. We'll deal with that later, alright? Because at the end, we're just going to collect all the variables made, like this one, and the others. And then we're just going to send them back, right? Alright, so the next one are 2 identical ones, right? So they're just collecting information about viewings and then collecting information about meetings separately. We do that so when the caller calls and like can also confirm something, they can confirm it by matching their name and time of a meeting, so they can a bit more data privacy, so we don't want to leak information about the people. So yeah, so we're gonna add those parameters in later, but what we have to do is a bit different, right? We put in like a blanket term or searching for all busy times. We're gonna need to use this one, search for events, and we're gonna use the keyword viewing, because in the next automation where we actually set out how to make the viewings, we're gonna make sure the viewings have viewing in the title, and then the other one, meeting, have meeting in the title. So all the viewings have this in the title, right? So it'll collect all the busy times that has this in the title within the same parameters as last time, but I added 2 months this time for some reason, I don't know, right? So same procedure, array aggregator, array iterator, format it properly, put it back into big group, and then give it a variable name, viewing underscore info. Same thing for the other one, check the meeting, but for this time you want to do the meeting, right? And then aggregator, iterator, tool aggregator, like structure, aggregator, tool, set the variable meeting info, right? But this time we're going to use this array aggregator. We're going to take all the 4 variables we made, so meeting info, viewing info, property info, and then I skipped it, and full busy, right? So all the 4 variables and combine them, so it'll look like this. So yeah, I have all our 4 things, all the busy times, meeting info, this is all made up, don't worry. Viewing info, these are from training the AI for a bit. And then just all the property info. Alright. And then we just send that back to Blend, back to our caller. So our caller will have access to these, right? Well, not specifically. You can actually specify which ones to use, which I'll show you later. So I hope you understand that. It's quite simple after you understand the calendar event. But I'll send this to you in the YouTube description, right? If you're on TikTok, go ahead and check that out. But for now, we're going to go on to the next automation, which is actually the post-call automation, which will deal with setting up meetings, setting up viewings, and it's going to be involving booleans, which are, if you went to school, did a bit of computer science or anything, it's like true, false, right? So yeah, so I'll show you how that works. It's quite cool. All right. Now let's finish the backend with a post-call mechanism for bookings of viewings and meetings, alright? Essentially, I want a process that looks at the transcript of the call, right? And takes out relevant information, determines if the call is for viewings, meetings, both of them or neither of them, right? And then create the event accordingly on the calendar with key information about the caller, like the phone number or something. This one's actually much more simpler than the other one, so let me just walk you through it. There's a bit more, let's just say, nuance to this, alright? So let's jump into this. So this is actually a post-call option, okay? So Blend won't essentially ping this, but after the call is finished, it will send a bunch of information. Let me give you a show. Alright. loads of information, all this stuff, a lot of variables to work with, right? It's fun, okay? Believe it or not, it's fun, alright? So we take out what we need for now. So I want the transcript, a summary of the transcript even. I'll give the transcript a name, probably better to look at here. The transcript a name, which is transcript, and I want to do the following. I'm going to make a full summary of the transcript, taking out what I want, okay? I want the, for example, viewing information, booking information, time, date, user's name. So that will make the job of these ones, like actually pass out the name and stuff easier. It's already got it saved somewhere else, okay? So here's where it gets interesting, okay? Here's a boolean for viewings, okay? So this will take a look at the whole transcript, and ChatGPT uses logic to decide whether they have the intention of making a viewing or not. So if they do, it will set this to true. If they don't, it will be false, and I'll save this here as a variable I can call on later called viewing. So, for example, I'm explaining this much, but if I just pull up viewing later, it will say true, if it was true. Same thing for meeting. Do you want to set up a meeting or not? Yes or no? Okay, and then you see these are all referencing number 2, which is this, right? The full transcript we made earlier, so it's easier to pass out the name, the date, everything. This is all for setting up a meeting, by the way. Because, yeah. So we get to this point here, 2 filters, and they both depend on these 2 variables, alright? If this is true, if viewing is true, it will allow it to go up. If false, it will not allow to go up. So here's where all the options come in. Is they want to make a viewing and a booking. I mean, a viewing and a meeting. These will both of the branches will occur, so they'll both be able to go through. If one is false, that path won't be taken, alright? So let's say they want to make a viewing, okay? So that will go up here, and this new chat module will take out the property name they want to view, out the transcript, save it as its own thing, and then do 2 things. One is actually create the event on the Google Calendar. So it will say viewing for name on, and then number 4 is the time, number 5 is the date, and the phone number taken out, created on the time the call, I may receive the ping. So that's like instantly when the phone ends, I guess, right? Start date is just the 4 plus 5. And if you leave this blank, you can actually specify just the duration. So I'm guessing a viewing will take 2 hours if it's like a big house or something, I don't really know. So, and if you fail to put the ignore, I don't want the whole thing to break, right? So we put like a fail safe here if something goes wrong. Email's kind of cool. I added this for like, say if you're the owner of this like speech bot and you want to keep track of stuff, you'll get this email where it tells you you got a viewing, all the information, the date of the viewing, time of viewing, property being viewed, name of the client, the phone number, everything. So if you've got like this business setup, you can set like a Slack message. Slack works well here. I was going to show you here. You can just set a Slack if you want, right? You can send a message. There's a lot of stuff you can do. So I've set an email because it's a bit easier, right? Same exact thing for meeting. I've actually just there's only a property, so I just said create a meeting in the calendar and send the email with a similar thing, but without the property, right? So that's quite cool, isn't it? I can show you a bit of the data before quickly. If we go over here. You see, this test run, it was false. There was no mention of making a meeting, but there was one for making a viewing, right? So this path was never taken, but these 2 were. Okay, so send email saying all of this, viewing for this, and then the event was actually made. Okay, so yeah, made 20th yesterday, basically. So yeah, I think it's quite cool.
Alright, so wait a minute. Where's all the prompting and stuff?
Well, you saw the intro, right? We're going to need a much more complex system if we need to build a full-scale real estate calling agent. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Conversational Pathways. This new pathway approach is about to change the whole game. Here, we can customize every single conversation pathway. We can fine-tune every conversation to make sure everything goes according to our plan, and with no more rogue agents losing our credibility, alright? No more. The best part about this is that we can set conditions and loops for each node to be passed, so you can always collect essential information before moving on. Let's pull back up our list, and I'll explain each pathway individually first, and then the intricate details afterwards. Alright. Well, we've got something going on here, alright? We've got a lot of moving parts here, okay? You're gonna need to have this sort of thing when you're building a chatbot for commercial use, because you don't want to make mistakes, okay? There's a lot of stuff going on here, even an aggression handler. I've got a bunch of stuff, so we don't really have too much time to talk about this. We don't really have 3 hours. I don't think TikTok allows 4-hour videos. Let's just go over it quickly, alright? So I've started with a static text saying, "Hi, how may I help you today?" Instead of a prompt. You could do prompt if you want, but I do this for one reason, because I have a loop condition. Stay on this module until you have a clear idea why the user is calling. And there are 5 ideas, which I'll go through quickly. What property inquiry? Questions about property. You can even see a lot of detail here. Checking the viewing times to confirm a viewing time. Okay, create a viewing time, which is quite cool. So it will. I won't go through this yet. I'll go through it in a minute. But it will take time suggested by the person and compare it to the full busy. Remember what we made earlier? And if they clash, it will prompt them to make another time. And if it doesn't clash, I'll say that well done, made a viewing or something. And then same thing for checking a meeting and creating a meeting, right? So it's not too bad, okay? So let me explain something else as well. I got these orange things are actually global, right? They're triggered by stuff. So anytime, let me explain the first one. So anytime someone gets angry with the AI or they want to speak to someone, right? They're gonna prompt either one of these two. So if I want to talk to a real person, say they're like an investor, maybe B2B and stuff, rent to rent even maybe, it will trigger this one, and it will send them. It will ask them if they want to talk to. First of all, ask them if they want to talk to a real person and time and date, just when. They either say yeah, they'll respond to anything. They'll send here, but they can book a meeting with a real person. You got this one, okay. An aggression handler works a bit differently. They'll be angry. They're becoming angry or a bit aggressive, right? Yeah, they can either want to talk to a real person or they just start shouting at us. In that case, I've told my guy to hang up on them. That's quite rude, isn't it? Alright, so that's some of the cool stuff going on. But let's just, so these are just duplicates of each other, sort of a little bit different. But I'll explain one of them. But first, let's do property inquiry. So they want to know about properties, yeah. So we create a webhook module, which in fact takes out property info. Let me remind us what property info is again. Everything about all the properties, alright? Everything's right here, okay? So while we're searching, we give a little bit of text to talk about. This says give me a sec while I look it up. And then, okay. And then we'll say here, I put knowledge base here, we don't need this, but I just put it in just in case. Because we have a short amount of properties. If you have a load of properties, it works, the webhook works just fine. But here we say, use your knowledge base to answer questions properly, right? Don't mix up data, all of that. So yeah, so it's just an answer bot, a classic one for information, which you've set, by the way. They can't give classified information. All the information that they can use is on that Google Doc, right? So everything's cool, okay? They can answer questions, and they'll get answer questions like rent. And here comes the, I'm not gonna explain all of the interaction, but this is a cool one. They might, usually when you ask about something, you kind of want to have a viewing output, maybe with fit your criteria there. They wanted something cheap. So I've also put this condition up here that user wants to make a viewing, and it will send them to the create a viewing. Tell them to say the time date they want, you know. And if not, they send them all the way down here to the central hub, which is if they have any other questions, they get sent to property questions. They want to make a viewing, you know, all of that. You kind of get it. Okay, let's do viewing check info. Okay, then I want to check a viewing time. Here we have, let's see. They're gonna say the time they want to have a, no. They're gonna check their viewing. Okay. They're gonna return the time and the name, especially because that's what the two we're gonna use. Okay, here. Because here they're gonna get the full bit. No, we're gonna get viewing info. Okay, remember viewing info. I'll show you again. So there's a lot of variables going around, so even I can't keep up. So I have none because the ones I've made are before I made this. I'm doing this after doing the calls, right? So it would come up here and it would compare them. I'll show you. If I do pathway after API response, we can see contains the name they provide and date. It'll say more, as you can see. If it does contain, it'll send them somewhere else. If it does not contain, it'll send them somewhere else, alright? So the main part is that if it does contain, you will return the viewing information back to them, like, yeah, you got this viewing, right? And if it doesn't contain, it will actually say you have no match, but you can ask them if they want to make a viewing. And as you can see where all these paths come from. If they want to make a viewing again, they get sent up here, down here, or here, to make the viewing. If they don't, they get sent to the question hub, all of that. So you've got a bunch of stuff going on. So if you map out all these pathways, you can't really go wrong in it. This thing can't think for itself. It won't just go from here to somewhere it's not connected to directly, and it won't just end the call, right? So everything's controlled. A lot of thinking going into this, alright? Quite cool, right? So yeah, let's just say it doesn't match. Say, well done, you've done a viewing. They come down here. Any questions, right? Next, let's do one more, which is the other two are duplicates of this. let's create a viewing. So they will also, this YouTube will just ask for the time and date they want a viewing, okay? And then same thing here, they're gonna compare the busy times, right? Let's go in. We are going to compare the, actually not here, actually. I've actually gone and tried something else here. It will collect all the busy times in the calendar here, and then here it will compare the busy time to the time they suggested. Okay, and if they match, you have to try again because you don't want to book something when you're busy. If they don't match, well done, you made a viewing, congratulations. Any other questions? And you can see how the loops go on and on. They want to make a viewing, they don't. All of that, right? Same thing going on here. A lot of things come to here because some people want to talk when they're buying a big property or something. They're gonna want to talk to a real person. Maybe if it's like not for viewing, they want to have an actual talk. So all of that, all of those safety measures are all here. So they can come back here, set up a meeting with someone like a Zoom call. Nothing like you know. So it's quite cool. I think it's a quite intricate system going on here. A lot of moving parts. I'm sorry I can't explain a lot of it, but there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Just common sense in it. Like don't get a match. You have a choice to make a match in it. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff going on. Anyways, enough talking. You can use this. It's gonna be free in the description. I'll actually upload it to the actual website like later. Okay, it's fine. All right. Hope you enjoyed that. That was the hard bit out of the way. Let's just see how it goes, innit? Let's give it a cool couple calls.
Alright, let me just connect our pathways to Bland before we start doing the calls.
Everything's blank here. Okay, everything's dealt with in the pathway. You can see how massively complicated each other one is compared to this. You got a lot more control. Okay, all you got here is one prompt box. Okay. So the pathway IDs at the top of the pathway section, just copy and paste it here. These two don't matter, they're done in the pathway section. Here's the big boy one, right? Here is the webhook we use for the post call. So let me show you. Alright. I can Bland, here's the post call operation. All you have to do is take this, copy this, alright? I'm not gonna do it, already done it. And just paste it here. Don't need to do this anymore because don't ignore this stuff. Don't ignore this. They don't even work. They haven't got the right webhook. But the during the call webhook is dealt with during the actual like the pathway section. I call it there. You don't call it here. So yeah, so that's how you connect them. But now let's take a look at our masterpiece and check if it serves its purpose. Okay, we will have two calls. The first will be to check the rental price of a property, and then make a booking for a viewing for it. Okay. Now the next one will be to check that viewing, see if it's there, make a booking for a meeting on a busy time in the calendar, and then see if it like catches it, and then we're going to reschedule it for a not busy time, and then finally check both post call options for both to call together. All right, see if they both send the email, made both the calendar events. All right, that way we check if all our moving parts work. All right, let's check them out. Let's just do this.
Hi there, I'm Josan, your real estate assistant. I'm super excited to help you with all your real estate needs. How can I assist you today?
Hi, I would like to look at one of the rental costs of a property of yours.
Hold on, honey. Let me get some helpful information up for you. It seems like you're interested in learning more about our properties. Which specific property would you like to know more about? We have a range of options available from London to Manchester, Birmingham, Liverpool, Edinburgh, and Bristol. Please let me know the address or location of the property that caught your attention, and I'd be happy to provide you with more details.
123 Baker Street in London.
You're interested in 123 Baker Street in London. That's a fantastic property with 2 floors, 3 bedrooms, and 1,200 square feet of living space. The monthly rent for this property is $2,500. Would you like to schedule a viewing or discuss booking options for this property? Or maybe you'd like to explore other properties in our portfolio?
I'd like to make a viewing for this property. Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Oh, so you want to make a viewing? That's great. I'd be happy to help you with that. Can you please tell me your name and what date and time would work best for you to view the property at 123 Baker Street in London? Also, may I have your phone number to confirm the booking?
Right, so my name is John Stones, and I would like to have a viewing set for maybe next Tuesday at 10 a.m.
John, I've got you down for a viewing at 123 Baker Street in London next Tuesday at 10 a.m. I just need to check the calendar real quick to make sure everything is good to go. Give me a sec while I check the calendar. John Stones, lovely to meet you. I've got you down for a viewing at 123 Baker Street in London next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Just to confirm, that's Tuesday between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. GMT, correct? I'll make sure to reserve that time slot for you. And just in case, I'll store your phone number, which is
076-924-1237.
John, I've got all your details now. To confirm, your viewing is scheduled for next Tuesday at 10 a.m. at 123 Baker Street in London. I've got your phone number as 769-241-237. Your viewing is successfully booked. I'll make sure to send you a reminder closer to the date. Thank you for choosing us, John, and I look forward to hearing your feedback after the viewing.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome, John. It was a pleasure assisting you. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Maybe about our properties, check a viewing or booking, or even book another?
No.
See you later, John. Hi there, I'm Josan, your real estate assistant. I'm super excited to help you with all your real estate needs. How can I assist you today?
Hi, can I confirm a viewing I made?
Cool, so you want to confirm a viewing with us? Let's see. Can you please tell me what time you scheduled the viewing for? And also, what's your name, please? It's really important for me to get the exact time, whether it's in the morning or afternoon, and the correct spelling of your name so I can make sure everything is in order for you.
So I have made a viewing at 10 a.m. next Tuesday, and the name should be John Stones.
Awesome, John. I've got that viewing right here. According to my records, you do have a viewing scheduled for next Tuesday, 27th of August at 10:00 a.m. Is that correct? And just to confirm, your contact phone number is 769-241-237, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yes, we have your booking here. Everything looks good, John. I've confirmed your viewing for next Tuesday, 27th of August at 10:00 a.m. You're all set. If you have any questions or need any further assistance, feel free to ask. Otherwise, we'll see you then.
Can I make a meeting?
Absolutely, John. I'd be more than happy to set up a meeting with one of our real estate experts. When are you free to meet? Would you prefer morning, afternoon, or a specific date and time that suits you best? Let me know, and I'll make sure to schedule it for you.
Maybe Wednesday morning?
For Wednesday morning, what time works best for you? Would you prefer 9:00 a.m., 10:00 a.m., 11:00 a.m., or something else between 9:00 a.m. and 12:00 p.m. GMT? And can I also get your phone number just in case we need to reach out to you?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind 10 a.m. My phone number is 072-994-443.
Fantastic, John. I've got you scheduled for a meeting with one of our real estate experts on Wednesday morning at 10:00 a.m. I'll make sure to have everything ready for you. You'll be meeting with one of our top agents, and they'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. We're really looking forward to it. Just to confirm, I've got your phone number as 072-994-443, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, John, I've got everything confirmed. You're all set for a meeting on Wednesday at 10:00 a.m. I'm just going to check the calendar real quick to make sure everything is good to go. Can you just give me a sec? Okay, John, I've double-checked the calendar and everything looks great. You're confirmed for a meeting on Wednesday at 10:00 a.m. I'm really excited for you to meet with our real estate expert. They'll be able to answer all your questions and provide you with personalized guidance. We're looking forward to seeing you then.
All right, goodbye.
Awesome, John. It was great chatting with you. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you on Wednesday at 10:00 a.m. Bye for now.
All right, so yeah, here we go. We've done both calls, and we have a viewing and a meeting at the exact same time we specified, and we also got a bunch of moving parts. We confirmed they worked. We've seen the caller go through the busy times in the calendar, the set of things. We've also checked the database. They were in the first call, I think, returned the rental price of 123 Baker Street, like proper accurate, so that's quite good. And also was able to check the viewing we made in the beginning of the second call, so that's also good. So this actually works quite good. Of course, more time we can polish it, make the responses a bit more quick. A little bit of repeating is going on too, because add a bit of prompting and stuff. Alright, but yeah, I think that's quite good.